Hey Green Jackets fans, when you're at the plate, there's nothing worse than striking out without ever swinging. You gotta make the most of your chances. And after a car accident, you can't just sit back, let life throw heaters at you, and do nothing. It's just too important. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. Call us. Let's load the bases and swing for the fences. Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, the official injury lawyers of the Augusta Green Jackets. 706-724-7224.
Keisha Lance Bottoms wants to build
OtherRoofingAugusta.com for all of your roofing needs.
Get 2 sausage and egg biscuits for $5. Order in the app or head to Bojangles today. It's Bowtime.
Hot, fresh, ready when you are. Grab a breakfast burrito, corn dogs, or pepperoni pizza with our new value deals. Just $4, $5, or $6 at Parker's Kitchen.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12, first at 4.
Hello, everybody. I am here with Emily. You might think it's 7 o'clock, but nope, it's first at 4. And first at 4, let's talk about the fact that there's a first alert in effect for tomorrow. Come on, Em, it's the first day of high school football season. We're just learning about the wet ball. And now we're going to have to think about storms.
Yeah, and well, really, that's the main reason why we did issue that first alert, because we know a lot of people are going to be outdoors tomorrow night, and there is going to be that chance for strong to severe thunderstorms. So we just wanted to give everybody a heads up. Again, like we know, a lot of people in the community will be headed out to those football games tomorrow. When we can expect storms tomorrow afternoon and evening. We also are going to have a pretty intense day in terms of heat. Feels like temperatures anywhere from 102 to 106. Not quite hitting that heat advisory criteria, but it's going to be a hot afternoon before those storms arrive. And we're under a level 1 risk. It's a marginal risk for those strong to severe storms, and we could see some localized flooding tomorrow as well. But right now, we are dry. We had a couple of pretty heavy downpours earlier in the afternoon, but we are looking dry now. Expecting to be mostly dry tonight as we have some of those football games that got moved to tonight due to weather.
And if you need to track the weather, of course, it's a good time to download that First Alert Weather app. Emily just said it, many football games moved to tonight as we track higher storm chances for tomorrow. The new times are on your screen for Lakeside at Aiken, Abbeville at Saluda, Wagner, Sally at Great Falls, and Denmark Olar at Blackville, Hilda. All of those moved to 7:30 tonight. Burke County at Greenbrier, starting 30 minutes earlier at 7. First at 4, we are giving you a first look at this man. He is accused of shooting and killing another man in Augusta. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says he's 65-year-old David Mosley. He shot 33-year-old Otis Pierce during a fight. It happened at Mosley's home on Rushing Road late last night. Mosley was arrested at that scene, charged now with murder and possession of a gun by a felon. A safety alert to tell you about. We're just learning about it in the newsroom. A horse in Aiken County has tested positive for rabies. 13 people have been exposed. That is according to South Carolina's Department of Health. That horse was found near Wire Road and Jaws Lane. The people exposed have been referred to their healthcare providers. 57-year-old airplane pilot died yesterday after his plane crashed into a Pennsylvania State Police helicopter. We've learned that that plane was coming down the runway at a small airport north of Philadelphia when it slammed into that helicopter hovering near the ground. Both troopers on board the chopper survived. Governor Josh Shapiro, in a news conference today, said one of them had been released from the hospital.
He's got a long road ahead of him, but he has the love and support of not just the Pennsylvania State Police, but all 13 million Pennsylvanians who I know joined me and Lori in prayer for him and his family last night.
Closer to home now, a former South Carolina councilwoman. Oh, excuse me 1 second. There we go. The troopers from the Elite Aviation Unit, sorry about that, were performing a training exercise at the time of the accident. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are now investigating. Now, closer to home, former South Carolina councilwoman is pushing for new legislation after a 17-year-old was shot and killed at a bus stop. Officials say Jamaltron Fair was about to get on his bus when another teenager approached him and shot him after an argument. And now, former Gaffney City Councilwoman Missy Norris is proposing the June Act, named for the victim, who his family called June. The law would create bus stop safety zones with stricter penalties for certain crimes involving guns. Norris also wants communities to add more law enforcement presence at high-risk bus stops.
I just think that we need to fill that gap so that the children aren't just vulnerable. They aren't just sitting someplace and someone decides that they're going to just meet you there and cause harm.
The victim's family says he was being bullied before he was shot and killed. The sheriff and the county superintendent say that's part of an ongoing investigation. His funeral will be held on Saturday in Gaffney. As for the June Act, a South Carolina state representative said he plans to meet with Norris, law enforcement, and others about the proposal. 3 teenagers have been arrested in this case. Back to school warning for parents and children. Be careful what you put online. AI makes it easy to alter photos with free apps. Nearly half of teenagers have seen digitally altered nude pictures of themselves, and some law enforcement officers say most school districts are ill-equipped to deal with these issues. Jolene Kent reports.
Students nationwide are grappling with a new reality. A recent study found that while 2/3 of teens fear being deepfaked without their consent, 1 in 5 admit to making AI pornography, and 1 in 4 have shared it or know someone who has.
In just the last few years, we've seen a rapid sophistication in how these tools are being used.
Michelle DeLon is the president and CEO of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. How many reports are you getting of these things happening?
We're receiving thousands of reports every quarter. Just in the last 2 to 3 years, we have seen a rapid spike in these types of cases, and each year it exceeds what we saw the year prior.
So where can you find these apps that can take an innocent photo and sexualize it? Turns out they don't live in the deepest corners of the dark web. We found more than a dozen in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Using AI-generated images of an adult woman and man, we tested 70 AI photo editing apps. 19 created disturbing images and videos, including nudity. Remember, our models were fully clothed.
While we're not going to share the names of the apps or the keywords we use to find them, check out how easy it is to alter a photo. All I have to do is highlight the area I want to change and then type in the instructions, like make nude. It took less than 30 seconds, and frankly, this looks awfully realistic.
What's even more troubling is anyone could access these apps, many for free. While the majority were rated for adults, others were rated for teens, and a few had no age restrictions. How much responsibility should the companies who run the app stores, Apple and Google, be taking in this situation?
Well, app stores do have a responsibility for the apps that they are making available to the public.
In response to our findings, Google and Apple removed most of the apps we flagged to them and told us they don't allow apps containing explicit content. In a statement, Apple said, "We have proactively rejected many of these apps and removed many others, including when users have flagged them via our reporting tools." Google said, "We've reviewed thousands of apps and suspended hundreds of additional apps for violations of our policies," adding they are not responsible for the age ratings. DeLon says the best advice: talk to your kids.
Ask them questions about how they're using AI. How are their peers using AI? Do they know of a situation like this that has happened in their school or to one of their friends?
Jolene Kent, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Jolene thinks if this happens to you or your child, you should immediately reach out to the tip line for the National Center for Missing or Exploited Children. They can get the content removed, a phone number, and a website. They're on CBSNews.com. Some schools around the country are pulling back on their students' screen time amid questions about whether education technology is hindering rather than helping children learn. According to a survey, 33% of students spend 3 to 4 hours a day using technology. Another 28% use it 1 to 2 hours a day. Neuroscientist and educator Jared Holvitz says even though students use tech more than ever, the percentage of students who are digitally literate is actually dropping.
Why? Because tech is a tool, and the tool is not the skill. Do the skill first. Bring the tech in when you no longer need it. If you know how to do math, now you can safely use a calculator. If you know how to format an essay, now you can bring in a word processor. So develop the skill first, and then move to the tech when you're just ready to make that skill easier.
He argues learning should involve friction. If you are not being challenged, you're probably not learning. And tech removes a lot of the friction from learning. Now you know, move-in woes continue at one of South Carolina University's campus apartments. That is after families walked into horrific living conditions at the Radley during move-in last Friday. They shared photos and videos that include cockroaches, broken locks and appliances, mold on the ceiling and the walls. After seeing the apartment in person, we talked to one family who was told that they would not be allowed to lease after handing the keys back in.
Definitely a distraction. Still trying to get all of that figured out, still trying to get a definite answer. It's almost traumatic, if you will, because instead of her worrying about the things that she should be worried about, academics, she's having to worry about whether or not this is going to end up on her credit, etc.
Well, Bellamy goes on to say that she understands this is not a University of South Carolina problem, rather off-campus living. A spokesperson for the Radley issued a statement that reads in part, quote, "We are sorry that move-in at the Radley did not meet our standards for some residents and caused disruptions at what should have been an exciting start to a new academic year. We are reviewing each resident's circumstances individually and communicating with them directly about the appropriate next steps." Emily.
Well, we've issued a first alert tomorrow for the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. We're under a marginal risk for most of the CSRA that could impact your afternoon and evening plans. I'll have a look at your full forecast. We'll have a timed out model of these storms coming up.
And when we come back, a personalized vaccine that uses your own cells shows promise against deadly melanoma. How 2 drug companies say it could better stop the cancer from coming back when we come back.
Time and Temp, sponsored by Riverside Heating and Air.
For comfort you can count on, call Riverside Heating and Air. Now offering 0 interest for 60 months on new system replacements. Stay comfortable inside with Riverside Heating and Air.
This is Eamon Hopkins with COM.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, looking at our forecast for tomorrow, we went ahead and issued a first alert. We know a lot of people will be out and about for their Friday afternoon and evening. We do have the chance for some strong to severe storms along with some dangerous heat wherever those showers are not popping up and cooling us off. Make sure that you're staying weather aware if you do have those outdoor plans tomorrow. I know Friday night football is a big thing and a lot of people will be outdoors. I think there's going to be plenty of games that stay completely dry, but others could see some really heavy downpours. So bring the rain gear just in case. Right now we are dry. We had a couple of heavier downpours earlier in the day today, really earlier in the afternoon, but now we are dry and we have some games that were moved from tomorrow to today, just erring on the side of caution for weather. It looks to still be in the low to mid 90s for kickoff. And then by halftime, only dipping into the upper 80s. So it's going to be a very hot football game for us. I mean, it's like this every year. The first 5 or so games are pretty intense heat for us. But again, those games got switched due to that severe risk, that chance for a strong to severe thunderstorm tomorrow. Again, that's mainly for the afternoon and evening. So overnight tonight, we can expect mostly dry conditions. Starting off our day tomorrow in the lower to mid 70s. And then by the afternoon, this is around 3-4 p.m., we'll start to see a few of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Nothing too widespread, and it is going to be more random and patterned. And then as we get later on into our evening around sunset, could see some of those heavier storms develop. Now, I wouldn't take this snapshot and say exactly at 8 p.m. it's going to be heavy raining over Augusta. It's just kind of showing us that, hey, there is going to be that chance for that energy, the moisture's in the air. This could be set up anywhere across the CSRA, so I wouldn't get super caught up in exactly where those heavier downpours are. Just know there's going to be that chance across our area. Now, Saturday afternoon, few of those pop-up showers possible for us, but Sunday, things are looking a lot drier. I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Emily, thanks. Promising news in the fight against skin cancer. 2 drug makers are moving forward with an experimental vaccine that's able to prevent melanoma from returning or spreading. CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook explains.
6 years ago, 80-year-old Connie Franciosi was diagnosed with melanoma.
It's a very disturbing diagnosis to get, but, right away I started to see hope.
That's because her oncologist enrolled her in a clinical trial testing an experimental mRNA vaccine made by Moderna. After surgery to remove the melanoma, she received 9 doses of the personalized vaccine, tailor-made on the genetic sequence of her tumor to hunt down any remaining cancer cells. It's used alongside Keytruda, a commonly used immunotherapy drug made by Merck.
It's not for prevention of cancer, although it is for prevention of advanced cancer in a way.
The latest trial data has not been released, but a smaller trial found the combination reduced the risk of recurrence or death by 49%. Dr. Janice Maynard is an oncologist at NYU Langone Health and one of the lead researchers. She also consults for both drug companies.
You're training the immune system with a blueprint for a patient's unique individual tumor instead of just trying a blanket approach. It's really personalized therapy at its best.
Melanoma is the deadliest form of skin cancer, killing 8,500 Americans every year. Similar mRNA trials are underway for cancers of the lung, bladder, and pancreas.
I think we all have a lot to live for. I certainly did, and I wasn't ready to give all of that up.
Connie says she's been cancer-free for several years.
I feel very grateful, not only for my own, certainly my own health and benefit, but to be part of that has such far-reaching benefits for millions and millions of people.
And she hopes other patients will have the same opportunities. Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.
Moderna and Merck are expected to release the data in the coming months and will ask the FDA to approve the vaccine sometime next year. It's still unclear what the treatment will cost. We have a local breaking news alert right now out of Barnwell where a teen and her unborn baby girl, there is a conviction in the murder case there. 62-year-old Jacqueline Reed pled guilty to murder and the death of a child who was unborn. A judge sentenced her to 50 years on each of those 2 charges. They are to be served concurrently. We first told you about this case back in 2024 when Malaysia Hogg, who was days away from giving birth, was found stabbed to death in a ditch in Barnwell. Self-defense starts long before anyone lays a hand on you. Coming up in today's Aging Untold Extra, how women's self-defense class is empowering women of all ages with practical moves if they ever feel in danger.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Take a look in your crawls.
Well, here's a look at your community calendar. This weekend, Atlanta-based singer Gwen Hughes will be at the Morris Museum of Arts. She sings jazz, soul, and pop favorites as well as original tunes, and the event is Sunday from 2 to 3, and it's free to attend. Looking at our forecast here for the next couple of days, We're still talking about heat. Tomorrow, first alert in effect for strong to severe thunderstorms for our afternoon and evening. Make sure you're staying weather aware. If you do have outdoor plans tomorrow, a little bit drier for our weekend. I'll have more on your forecast coming.
I've investigated cases of...
I'm John Ossoff, and I approve this message.
Hey, I got a quick question. Think you need a new roof? Well, maybe you do, but also maybe you don't. I'm Anna Christina with Roof Savers, and before you spend thousands of dollars replacing your roof, how about we actually take a look at it? That's why Roof Savers offers a free professional roof inspection. No pressure, no guessing. We'll inspect your roof, show you what we find, and give you an honest assessment. And here's where it gets interesting. If your roof qualifies, instead of replacing it, we may be able to preserve the roof you already have with Renew at 17. It's our patent-pending roof preservation treatment designed to extend the life of qualifying asphalt shingles by 17 additional years with one application, and it's backed by a 17-year transferable warranty. That could mean saving thousands of dollars compared to replacing your roof. And if your roof really does need replacing, that's okay too. We can replace it. Either way, you'll know exactly where you stand. But here's the important part. Don't wait. Once a roof deteriorates too far, preservation may no longer be an option. So before somebody tells you you need a new roof, schedule your free roof inspection today with Roof Savers.
It's been months and months, and the heat and everything else, the shingles are beautiful. I was just in the backyard the other day, doing yard work and stuff, and I can't help but to look at my roof because the way it looked before and the way it looks now, it's just unbelievable. Before you spend the money on getting a full roof replacement, you owe it to yourself to call Roof Savers.
You may need a new roof, or you may just need Roof Savers. Roof Savers. Save your roof, save your money.
You're watching News 12, first at 4. Continues.
Thanks for sticking with us. The weather outside is hot. It is hot, and football starts tomorrow, and there's going to be storms.
Yes.
And that's why there's a first alert, Em.
Yeah, we do have a first alert issued for your afternoon and evening tomorrow. We're going to be tracking not only another hot afternoon, but strong to severe storms later on in our day. Now, not everybody will see rain or these heavy storms, but there is going to be a little bit of a greater chance that you will see those showers and thunderstorms. So again, I wouldn't necessarily cancel plans. I would just stay weather aware and just know there is going to be that chance for rain. So I'd have the rain gear if you have any Friday night plans. We are dry here in the CSRA. We have several football games in our area tonight, and it's just looking hot across the area. Kickoff, we can expect to see temperatures still in the low, maybe even mid-90s still at 7:30. And then after halftime, we'll start to drop into those 80s, low 80s by the end of the game. So expect a hot evening this evening. Now tomorrow, another hot afternoon, but we're going to have that storm chance mixing in. I'll have a look at when we can expect those showers and thunderstorms coming up.
Emily, thanks. A parent today arrested at Hepzibah High School after we're told they were caught with a gun or a weapon on campus. In a letter sent home to parents today, the principal says there was a disturbance in the school's parking lot involving 2 adults and a weapon. We are told no students or staff members were injured, and classes continued as normal. Officials say law enforcement is investigating. Appropriate actions are being taken. It is unclear if that parent who was arrested is now facing any charges. Hundreds turned out in Massachusetts today to show support for Lindsay Clancy week. Back here at home, it has been a month since our community learned the heartbreaking news about 4-year-old Javea Harris. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office say her parents killed her after abuse and then disposed of the little girl's remains in an upstate body of water. Her death sparked vigils, memorials, and now child welfare advocates say it's also driving more people to step up as court-appointed child advocates. Nicole Bartley has volunteered as a guardian ad litem since 2020. Just days after Javea's death, she went to social media asking her community to consider volunteering. And she says she heard back from more than she could count. She says when it comes to standing up for children, there's no such thing as too many volunteers.
I don't think that there's ever going to be enough voices for these children. So we have to keep advocating for more because, only certain amount of volunteers can take a certain amount of cases. And so ideally, you know, for me personally, because I work and have a family, I take one case at a time. And that one case is going to get my full attention.
Coming up all new on the news at 5, your city government reporter, Sydney Hood, will have more from her and details on how you can get involved. We now know the name of a victim who died in a fiery crash in McCormick County. The coroner says 38-year-old Isaiah Kimball died there. The Highway Patrol says it involved a tractor-trailer and a head-on collision at the intersection of 221 and Scotts Ferry Road. It happened yesterday. The tractor-trailer driver was not hurt. In just 5 months, Mayor-elect Stephen Kendrick will take office in Augusta, and though that is still a ways away, he is preparing right now to take on the city's top job. Today, he spoke to the Rotary Club about his plans for the city. He says his top focus is economic stability. Kendrick outlined his transition committee and its subcommittees, which are already working on priorities. He says the work starts now and shouldn't be put on hold until he gets in office.
Well, I didn't wait till January to deliver on my promises. We've started now. The first one was listening to the citizens about what their needs were. We're not waiting to January to decide to start to listen and start to put together plans. My promise was to do it. We've started right now.
The mayor-elect said downtown road work is hurting businesses and pledged to look for ways to ease the impact while modernization continues, with more conversations planned over the next several months. Tonight, the second in a series of community engagement sessions hosted by the mayor-elect will happen. This is video from the first meeting where the community members were invited to share their vision for the city with the new administration. Tonight's session, it starts at 6 o'clock. It's at the Henry Brigham Community Center. Another one will be held next Monday, August 24th at 6 p.m. That one at the Julian Smith Casino. A final one next Thursday. That's the 27th. It's also at 6 p.m. That meeting will be at the Warren Road Community Center. The national debt has more than doubled in less than a decade. That's according to the U.S. Treasury.
And we have a first alert issued for your Friday. We're tracking the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms late afternoon and into our evening. I'll have a look at the latest model run of when those showers are expected to start and end coming up.
A community garden in Metro Atlanta is helping refugees keep a piece of home alive. Coming up, how one nonprofit is helping them put down new roofs and build habits to ease resettlement. We'll be right back.
Snooze button or choose button? Mix and match 2 for $5 and choose from your favorites, like a sausage McMuffin with egg and sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Or get the $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Nissan really pushes these.
Snooze button or choose button? Mix and match 2 for $5 and choose from your favorites, like a sausage McMuffin with egg and sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Or get the $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Now, your first.
Snooze button or choose button? Mix and match 2 for $5 and choose from your favorites, like a sausage McMuffin with egg and sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Or get the $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we have a first alert issued for your Friday afternoon and evening. We're tracking some strong to severe thunderstorms potentially impacting a good portion of the CSRA. Make sure that you're staying weather aware tomorrow. I know a lot of people, it's Friday night, you have outdoor plans, maybe headed to some football games. Again, have the first alert weather app downloaded so you can track where these showers are popping up specifically to your area, because some spots going to be completely dry. Others could deal with some intense rain, and that's why some football games have been moved to tonight. It's going to be hot out there. If you have outdoor plans this evening, we can expect temperatures to still be in the low to mid 90s at kickoff. Around halftime, we'll dip into the upper 80s, but it's August. It's the beginning of football season. We're definitely expecting this heat. Just make sure you are prepared for it. Here's what the Storm Prediction Center has us looking like tomorrow under marginal risk for most of our area. And I will say the model runs consistently change. So I would not take exactly where you're seeing these heavier showers pop up. I wouldn't take that exact location and that exact time and say, oh, this is how I'm planning my day. Just know afternoon, evening tomorrow, we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms bubble up. Here's what we're looking at. The latest model run showing us around 4 p.m. We can expect to see those showers and thunderstorms popping up. But again, if you're over in, say, Sandersville, you're thinking, oh, for tomorrow, I might be fine. This could shift, and you could see some storms around then. So again, I wouldn't super focus on the exact time and the exact location. Just know there is going to be that chance for those showers and thunderstorms to bubble up. Looks pretty decent coverage for our area, but there will still be spots that remain dry tomorrow evening. But I would have the rain gear and I would be prepared for a few passing showers. Now, Saturday afternoon, could see a few hit or miss showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, but a lot drier for us for our weekend and into the start of next week. Not looking too bad. Sunday, Monday. Once we get into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we could see a little bit of an uptick in those rain chances there. Temperatures will drop for our weekend. Saturday, 92, 94 Sunday, and we'll stick to the low to mid-90s throughout the week next week.
Look, a 68. Thanks, Emily. We have a breaking news alert right now out of Aiken and Aiken, South Aiken High School. The principal there says an argument and two fights broke out Friday, ending what they call win time. The students involved have been identified and they face disciplinary action. School leaders suspended win time and implemented separate lunch bell schedules this week to ensure incidents like this don't happen again, calling win time a privilege that can only return if students show they can handle it. A nonprofit organization in Metro Atlanta is providing land and parents. Listen up, a new study is out about the cost of childcare. Next, how much experts say it costs to raise a child now and what you can do to cut down on those costs. And as we head to break, here is the view over Langley Pond from the Sky 12 drone. What a pretty day it is there.
At Stanton, for a limited time, kids get a free eye exam. Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too. Plus, glasses start at just $79. Made same day. Smart, simple. Stanton.
The Ashley $1 Million Summer
Self. I used to see Sonobello ads all the time, and I was like, those people are not real. So I did the research, and now these are my Sonobello results, and they are real.
At Sonobello, our expert surgeons use micro-laser technology to remove stubborn fat permanently and tighten loose skin in one visit with less downtime. Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist.
See what's possible for you. Schedule your consultation with Sonobello.
Call now or go to sonobello.com for your free personalized consultation.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. Today, our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Overworked truck drivers are driving all day and all night. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. For the people.com.
At Stanton, we use the latest technology to make your glasses the same day.
Life's too busy to wait for glasses.
Get 2 pairs for $79 and a free eye exam. Smart, simple, Stanton.
Parents, brace yourselves. A new...
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
I was having a lot of sinus.
You asked, and we delivered. Gerald Jones' Freedom to Drive event is back by popular demand. Choose from thousands of vehicles, including over 150 new under $35,000, and a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all under $15,000. Plus, more great deals, like $1,000 more for your trade with no pressure to buy. Stop by now or shop any of our 9 brands online at GeraldJonesAutoGroup.com. Gerald Jones, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Well, we have a first alert issued for Friday. We're tracking some strong to severe thunderstorms in the afternoon. Riley will have more coming up live at 5.
Get breaking news faster and get your first alert quicker. Your news, your way, always free. Download the all-new WRDW News app today.
Foundation damage can be serious.